Hey guys, it's Marlo back again with yet another video review, and today I have the McFarlane Toys Game of Thrones Drogon figure. You can see I have Viserion there in the background. If you have not checked out my video review on Viserion, I'll put a link in the description so you can check that out. But for now, we have Drogon. Just got this in hand, found him at my local Target store. And here is the image at the side of the box of Drogon. Game of Thrones is now over, unfortunately, and for many fans it did not end pleasingly, I guess I can say. I was fine with it, but I felt the pacing of the last season was just too quick. It would have been nicer if the season was extended to at least, maybe twice the amount of episodes that it ended up being, but unfortunately it's over, and oh well. It's still a great series in my opinion, and I will still rewatch it, but again, it could have had a much better ending if the pacing was a lot better. So here we have Drogon in the package, and he looks very similar to Viserion there. He has some kind of a stand in the back, as you can see, and the display stand there. So, really curious to see how he looks in comparison to Viserion. So, top of the package there. Packaging is very similar to what we got with Viserion. So, anyways, let's go ahead and open them up and take a closer look at Drogon. And here we have Drogon out of package. And to be honest, I feel a little bit underwhelmed, unimpressed. I was looking forward to Drogon. I don't know, he's my favorite of the three dragons. And I really thought he would be much bigger. Well, not much bigger, but at least a tad bigger than Viserion. I always had that in my head, that he was a little bit bigger. I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not that diehard of a Game of Thrones fan, so I don't really know the stats on the dragons and stuff. So, but anyways, he just looks a little smaller than I imagined. And yeah, compared to Viserion here, he's a little bit on the dull side, in my opinion. So anyways, let's take a closer look at him. Look at all the details. Hopefully that will focus. Come on. There we go. And you can see the paintwork is a little bit sloppy, I think. Kind of just splotched on there. So a little bit disappointed with that. Could be a lot better. He does come with a base. Looks like it's snow base again, just like Viserion, but it's a different sculpt if you're wondering. You can see there it's a little more round on Viserion. Here it's a little bit I don't know, a little bit more oval looking, I suppose. There is also a metal rod if you choose to display him in flight mode, but you can see it is also a lot shorter in comparison to Viserion's rod. So if you are going to have him in flight mode, it's going to be a little bit lower. Let's see the back of the package, in case I didn't show that off well enough. You can see the other figures in the McFarlane Game of Thrones lineup available so far. Anyways, moving on, let's take a look at the wings and a little bit more of Drogon. What I did notice right away was that the tail, while looking very similar to Viserion's, it is a bendy wire now in the tail, as opposed to the segmented articulation points that we got with Viserion there. So again, you can see the holes there to let you know it's a bendy wire in there. So I don't know, I guess it's okay with this. Some fans or some people don't like the bendy wire type tails. For this figure, I guess it's okay. He's going to be probably most likely displayed on the ground in my collection. We'll take a look at him on the flight stand too in a little bit. Let's see. Trying to give you guys a look at Drogon from different angles. There is the head sculpt once again. Again, like I said, the paint job looks a little bit sloppy. Underneath there you can see the big hole for the stand where you can plug it in. And the underside of the wings, the base. And I guess the best thing I can do is try to give you guys some comparison shots of the two dragons. But real quick, just wanted to show you Drogon basically on the ground. So let me get him attached to the flight rod, or you know, the little metal pole here, and give you guys a look at Drogon in flight mode. And here we have both Viserion and Drogon on their flight stands in flight mode, and he looks pretty good. The downsides to this, if you're going to display him in this position, is you see the holes there at the base, so if you don't like that, that's a little bit unsightly there, so that's unfortunate. And also at the bottom of Drogon, of course, you will see the metal pegs there for his display stand, so that's going to be a little bit weird looking, having those pegs sticking out of the feet like that. So what might have been a better idea if they had something where you can pull the pegs out. They've done that before, where, you know, yeah, basically you can pull the little pegs out for different display options, so that in flight mode, you know, those wouldn't be showing. And if you wanted to put them on the stand, I guess you can just plug those in and have that work for you. So again, a quick look at the two dragons flying side by side. I love the dragon, so I'm hoping they still do the other ones to complete the set there. Of course, Viserion before he became this zombie version of himself there. And let's see, what else can we look at here? It's hard to give you guys a comparison shot. I like that they kind of had a ball type socket for Viserion, so you can kind of rotate him like that. But with Drogon here, it's different. It's just a plug, so you can't get that same rotation with this figure. So that's kind of unfortunate. But with the bendy wire tail, I guess it looks a little more fluid. It looks a little more organic. With Viserion, I guess the tail looked a little bit stiff, even with the articulation points there. I don't know, I guess you can try to work with that, but there wasn't much give in terms of bending that tail, so it still came off a little bit stiff looking. Looks okay if you want to display him straight on like that, but yeah, as far as bending it into a more natural look, like with Drogon here, it's going to be a little bit tougher. Let's see. I will give you guys a good look there, a shot. I'll take some pictures. That's probably the best way to give you guys some better comparisons. They are different sculpts throughout. I was looking at all the details. The wings are definitely different, the legs. The heads are very similar, as are portions of the chest area, but there's some little differences here and there that really set them apart from each other. And of course, with the paintwork, that really helps set them apart even more. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick unboxing and review. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, share the video, like the video. Let me know what you thought of the final season of Game of Thrones. Stay tuned for a few shots that I will take for comparison at the end of the video. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.